I'm going to start today, and I'm going to nix all political things of what I say, so please don't take anything with any political background. But what makes America great? Okay?
Private industry.
Yes. Options, choices, our armed services, the protection they give us, right? Things that you don't think about on a daily basis that at the back of the turn are what make us who we are, and our choices and abilities to make those choices, to drive the vehicles that you want to drive, to live where you want to live, to buy the coffee you want to buy, to use business with whoever you want to do with. Those are choices, those are sacrifices, those are things that go into it. So today, what I want to focus on is protection. I've talked a lot about personal lines protection, auto rate lock that Erie offers, those type of things. So I want to stay focused on the business side of it today. So I want some feedback. I want to go through and understand. I put protection up on the board for a reason. So in a commercial sense, what might be some protection that's out there or needed?
Business liability.
Okay. General liability, that's correct. What else might be out there?
Professional liability.
Professional liability, okay.
Workers' comp.
Workers' comp, okay. What'd you say?
I said amateur liability.
You'd be amazed when I get questions. That's worse. Yeah. How about an asset?
Yeah, I was about to say.
How about the building, the actual structure, okay? I'll take these four and I'll run with them. Let me ask on the general liability side of things. Anybody understand what that would be for? Well, why do businesses need general liability?
In case they get sued.
Okay, why might they get sued?
Slip and fall.
Yeah.
Okay, them or the employee?
Both.
Okay, so there's two different areas.
Client.
So if an employee slips, that might come under your work comp. Well, not might, it would. That's where the claim would come. If a customer came in there, you're exactly right. That could go under the general liability. So when I look at a business and I go through, I look at a bunch of different areas. Most people, when they think of insurance on a business, this is the only one that they think about. Or if they own that building, it's the actual structure, okay? So inside this building is property as well. So this could be like a tenant, okay? So if you're a landlord, you have a landlord, but you've got materials, you've got computers, you've got other assets, things you've purchased, you work hard for to protect. So when I go through and I talk with business owners, I go through all these realms and ask them where they are. I look at the protection. I don't start at a cost basis when I go through and evaluate, because I can give you a low cost. I can go in, you can talk to me on the phone, and I can say, hey, you're going to be 25 bucks a month and let's rock and roll. That's all great and gravy. You'll be happy with me. But then when your building burns down because your employee was doing something in the back room with some chemicals that you didn't know were on premises, and I decline the entire thing and your whole life savings is up in smoke, you're not going to be very happy with me on that $25 a month policy, are you? Okay? So when I look at businesses, it's important to me. We talk about relationships. We talk about how BNI can further those and understand things. So it's important for me to not only look at how I operate my business, how I protect my stuff, how we present ourselves, but how I do that to you and how I educate you and how are ways for you to introduce me to other people. There's 5 different ways right here on any level. So when I tell you I can work from the top up, or I can work from the top down or the bottom up, this is how. Because I can take your average employee on a work comp claim that they've taken out, they slipped, they fell, they might have benefited $20,000, $30,000, they broke their finger, they cut their finger, they lost a limb, whatever it is, there's a dollar amount for every part of your body, okay? And that all falls under here. So I can come up that way and find out how it is. Oh man, my experience was horrible. Why? Tell me about that. Let me understand a little bit more about that. What makes that bad? Well, maybe it was because the business owner didn't know. And they had that base policy, $100,000. Well, that surgery that cost was $200,000. Well, that's fine and great. You're going to go sue the employer, but you, the employee, are still out. You can't work. Your bills are behind. The bank doesn't care where that money did or didn't come from. They want to be paid. You lose what you've worked for. It's very important. So that hits home. General liability. I get calls on that every day. Startup companies, contractors. We've talked about that. Bringing them in, tradespeople. You want somebody at your house. You want Keller on your roof. She's up on your roof in a windstorm. Unfortunate to our industry, that's when you're up there. It's not the great days like this always. What happens at that point if she falls off the roof and has no insurance? Who pays for that?
I'm sure.
Your homeowners. That's exactly right, unless she's insured. So when you pick contractors, when you do business with people, don't always look at that bottom cost. Look at what they're doing to ensure that they are properly protecting you, themselves, and the things that you've worked for, because very quickly they can take everything that you have. Again, America being great, what it is, opportunity, choice, decisions. We also have that other side of it where other people want that for nothing. Okay? They don't want to do anything and they want what you have for doing all of that. So there's lawsuits, right? We've all heard of it. Where that comes in. I'll leave it at that. The liability side of that will cover them. When you have carriers that go through and base off how they rank all of these, there's a company called AM Best. I represent an A+ carrier. I have some substandards. That's because there's an option in a market for it. But I want to represent the highest of quality to give to the people that I care and love about. This city is where I was raised. This is where my family is. This is where my business is. I care about it. I care about what I do. I have a passion for that. So when I go through, it means more to me to know about your protection than your cost. Yes, I want to have that at affordable cost for you and go through that. But coming down that road, it's more important to me that at the time of a need, you call me and I got you covered. I don't have to worry about that. You can call me on my cell phone. My business cards all have it. My website, everybody has that. And I own the business. I don't know many other people that put it out there like that. A lot of you have called me at different times. I answer the phone at 11 p.m., 6 a.m., Saturdays, Sundays. It doesn't matter. You know, if I'm busy with a client, I give them my time, I respect. But the other side of that, you can reach me. You know where I am. I can tell you where I live. I don't hide anything. I'm very open and very blunt. Sometimes that's mistaken for other things, but that's okay. I like the way that I do things, and that's what makes me me and us us. Let's look at property and building. Okay, so what separates Erie from our competition? I'll give you one right now. Most people think insurance is maintenance, right? The average population thinks that. Okay, maybe paying on a house, things like that. How about your equipment? How about if your computers break down and that server that you got installed by Shannon goes down? What do most insurance companies tell you? Sorry, that's a mechanical breakdown, that's on you. You get to fix that nice. What's the average cost of the server?
Average cost of a server in a planned environment is $3,500.
Okay.
If it goes down in an emergency, $7,000.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but I know a lot of small business owners that can't eat $7,000 in one day. They just can't. Cash flow's not there. So Erie has said, you know what? We appreciate you trusting in us, giving us your business. We will include that in our policies. So mechanical breakdown. That's a great way that you can introduce me to clients that want to know and say, hey, I run a restaurant. What about if my refrigerators break down? What about my AC units? I got all that covered. Now, if it's a $100 fix, they're not going to claim it. And why have that conversation through deductibles? But knowing that I've gone through that coverage and I have the option, and I can go through those other endorsements that help them protect in a time of need, give me $1,000 and I got everything covered. That's a peace of mind and ability to know that you're protected. Just like when you go to sleep at night, our armed forces are fighting for you. They're protecting you. That's what we're doing at Erie Insurance and with Keller Insurance. I want the opportunity to meet and understand the people you love and care about, the places you go, the veterinarians that you take your dogs and animals to, the restaurants that you go eat at, the attorney's offices that you go sit at, the doctor's offices. I can do any of that, and we're very good at it. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't mind cold calls. You can tell me a name, I'll go knock on the door. That's completely fine with me. It doesn't faze me. So that's a way for me to get things. When we did my interview the other day, I looked at referrals received. I've got 10 of them. I got to step up with what I'm giving back to you guys because I'm getting a lot from you. Keep it up. It's making me successful. With our move, the way we're doing, we are shooting through the rocks. I mean, the sky is the limit for us, and we're doing it very well. Those of you that have met my other team members, I think it's gone very well. If not, you know how to get in touch with me, and I'm not perfect. Things happen, but I'm going to shoot you straight with it. I asked for you to trust me, as I trust Jerry. I picked them for a reason. When I left, I took a leap of faith. They've done nothing but back me and show me the way to get into these things to where the people I love and care about have the proper protection. I'm Robert Keller with Erie Insurance.